Over the last 10 to 15 years, we have worked with loads and loads of companies on their measurement and their performance measurement systems. And in return, those companies have told us numerous stories about how measurement has led to complete madness. So we thought, what a better idea than to collate all those stories and bring them together in a book. But not just to tell you the stories, but also to pull out the teaching points and the learning points to allow organisations to avoid those pitfalls of performance measurement. We live in an ever more complicated world, and what we try to do with that world, especially in organisations, is simplify it through the use of measurement. We measure the money, we measure the performance of our people, we measure the efficiency of our processes. But we collect so much data that in the end we forget what it was that we were measuring and why we were measuring in the first place. Worse still, we attribute meaning to that measure even after we've multiplied numbers together, we've added them together, and we think it tells us something about our business. We even hold people accountable to those numbers. In fact, we reward people for hitting their numbers, and in some cases we punish people for missing those numbers. We have so much data these days that we're swimming around in it in organisations, which means what we end up doing is losing the sight of the reality of what we set out to do in the first place.
Another big theme of this book is that measures are not just numbers, measures are not just data. And in fact, measures will always drive behaviors. And sometimes it's a good thing. In fact, this is what we hope measures will achieve. We put in performance measurement systems hoping that they will drive behaviors towards the outcome that we want, the outcome that we desire. The problem, however, is that they will drive a whole host, a whole gamut of other behaviors, some of which will be unintended, some of which will be unpredictable, and some of which will be downright dysfunctional. And this could range from minor responses, minor things like just working to the rule, to something bigger. For instance, actually actively taking advantage of the measure, something that we call gaming. Sometimes measures can even provoke cheating. So what we do in this book is we try to disentangle some of the root causes for this, and we try to show what might drive gaming and how companies can actually notice gaming behavior and how they can prevent it.
Another theme in the book relates to the use of rewards and targets. Targets and rewards are ways to amplify the consequences of measurement. Now, some of those can be positive. That means alignment, greater understanding of what the organization is trying to achieve, which are all good. But then there are negative ones, and we see them in the papers every day. It's about healthcare and hospitals misusing targets. It's about financial services and bankers doing the wrong things because of rewards. And so one of the key themes of the book is this amplification of the consequences of measurement. And it's very important that we understand them so we don't make those mistakes again.